Das verse till horizont gekimen över. Das verse till horizont gekimen in zapasot med mir geniemen över. In zapasot med mir geniemen över. Av de grüne Wälder in Felder över. Av de grüne Wälder in Felder dorten liegt der gehargeter Söller över. Dorten liegt der gehargeter Söller över. Kimmt a Vögel und zu fliehen över. Kimmt a Vögel und zu fliehen auf sein Käfer ob zu rein, auf sein Käfer ob zu rein, oi, die Vögel fliegen geschwind, oi, die Vögel fliegen geschwind und sagt der Mammen, ich bin gesehnt, oi, wei. Sagt der Mammen, ich bin gesehnt, oi, wei, oi, wei. Kim der Vögel zu fliehen heim, oi, wei. Kindervögel zu fliehen heim und treff die Mame treurig stehen, oi wei. Treff die Mame treurig stehen, oi wei, oi wei. Wo je weinst die getreie Mitter, oi wei. Wo je weinst die getreie Mitter, ihm ist finstern, dir ist bitter, oi wei. Ihm ist finstern, dir ist bitter, oi wei, oi wei. Das verzete Horizont gekimen, oi wei. Das verzete Horizont gekimen, in Zapas hat man ihm geniemen, oi wei. In Zapas hat man ihm geniemen, oi wei, oi wei.
Okay, let's start reading the English. Janet? Janet?
Songs, is it loud enough?
Yes, it's good.
Okay, songs of grief and lamentation for fallen soldiers proliferated during the First World War in almost every European language. The author of Das Jahr, the year 1914, is unknown, but musicologists like Ruth Rubin believe that it is an adaptation of a Ukrainian ballad. It appeared in the 5-volume anthology Yiddish Volkslieder that was compiled by Moshe Yakovlevich Beregovsky, who was the head of Jewish folk music research at the Department of Jewish Culture of the Ukrainian Academy of Sciences. My goodness, Ukrainian. His research field trips yielded more than 1,000 Yiddish songs. The songs were published with the help of the Yiddish writer Itzik Pfeffer and was published in Kiev, or they also, I hear it say Kiev, in 1938 by the Soviet Maluka Verlag von die Nationale Minderheiten in USSR, government publisher for national minorities in the USSR. Das ist,
Okay, Jen, would you like to go on? You are muted, Jen.
Sorry, okay. Beregovsky was arrested in 1949 during the anti-Semitic campaign against rootless cosmopolitanism. His department was closed and he was deported to the Irkutsk region, but he survived and returned to Kiev in 1956. Pfeffer was one of the 13 Jewish writers murdered on Stalin's orders in 1952. Sidor Belarsky was born in Ukraine in 1898. He graduated from the Leningrad Conservatory of Music and sang with the Leningrad Opera. He came to the U.S. in 1930. He toured and performed internationally and recorded dozens of Yiddish songs. At his death, he was a professor of music at the Jewish Theological Seminary. There are many, many versions of Das Fernstjahr. The song is sometimes called Offen die grüne Felder und Wälder, on green fields and forests.
Okay, thank you. Ellen? Ellen, can you start?
Oh, okay, I'll try. Das Verznitzer is angekommen heute. Das Verznitzer is angekommen. In Zap, I don't know what that is.
Zapas?
What does that mean?
Maurice,
I don't-
you have,
The reserves.
Oh, okay. In Zapas hat min mer genommen oive. In Zapas hat min mich genommen oive.
can you translate it? Or if not, Maurice will do it.
Okay, maybe let Maurice do it. It's okay.
And so the year 1914 came and they called me up into the reserves.
Okay. Okay, Zuli? Zuli, you are with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Of the grüne Wälder und Felder, of the grüne Wälder und Felder, dort liegt gehärteter Zellner, dort liegt gehärteter Zellner. In the green pastures and green and fields, on the green pastures and fields, in that place lay the, I don't know what Geertener.
Gehargete, killed.
I know. In that place lay the ones that were dead, that were killed, I guess. In that place lay the ones that were killed. Zellner, what is it, Zellner?
Soldier.
soldiers.
Oh, the
Zellner is a
soldiers that
soldier.
were killed on the green.
Okay, you have
Velde,
anything
the
to?
word Velde means forests, woods.
Velder
Velde
is
and
forest.
Velde, forests and fields.
And fields, yeah, forest, Wald. Velder is plural. That's
Yes,
why I got
that's right.
confused.
Okay, thanks. Next one, Isabel.
I don't have it.
Look at the screen.
Yeah, but why lately there is difference between what it's being sent and what we
No,
read?
everyone got it, Neely. You were on the list. Sorry. You just, I don't know where you put it, but you were on the list. You got it.
I get it from the email.
She says it's different. The words are different.
Yes,
The words are different?
yes,
I don't know. What?
okay.
I don't know. Well, we will have to check. Maurice, you see that the words are different?
Looks the same to me. I don't, I send
Okay.
the same thing to everybody.
Okay.
They were in reverse. The words sometimes appear in reverse when we print them out.
That's
And
because
that was my copy that was in reverse. The sentence was reversed.
that happens. That
That's
happens.
true. You're
it has-
right.
It has to do
Okay.
with the PDF. I have the same trouble. It's weird.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
You're
that's the
right.
problem. Michael helped me.
So
Okay.
what do I have to do to get it right?
Frag nicht.
You read from left to right.
A very Jewish.
It's very complicated.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think, guys, I think that when Michael is sending it in the weekly newsletter, that's the way that it appears here.
Yeah, if
Yes.
If
Oh,
you-
yes.
if
Like
you
it's-
open it in Maurice's email, sometimes if he sends it as a Microsoft Word document, your layout may reverse the letters. And
Oh, if he
there's too
send it
much,
through
so
the-
you should open it
through
as a
the
PDF in the
cellular
email that we
phone.
send
The
out every week.
cellular phone makes it.
Just let
different.
Michael finish.
It's all because of the day of the week we have the class. Like I said, mine is Tuesday Day.
It's
Tuas,
Tuesday.
Tuas.
Okay.
Okay, but Neely, when Michael is sending the newsletter and you opened it there, that's how it will be, okay?
Yeah.
That's how I open it. I don't have other source.
Well, we'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Okay.
Okay. Isabel, go on.
Kommt der Vogel an zu fliehen? Kommt der Vogel an zu fliehen? Auf dein Cover?
Keva.
What is it? Cover? I don't hear you, Maurice.
Keva.
Brave.
Maurice, please be the only one who speaks.
Yes, I have fliehen and Vogel akut.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay, let Maurice do it.
No, I just one word, cover.
Yes,
Keva.
Kiva?
Keva.
Cover.
Kiva. Okay.
Keva.
Auf sein Kiva,
Aufzuruhen.
Auf sein Kiva aufzuruhen. So a bird comes and flies over his grave, right?
So opzuruhen is to rest on his grave.
Okay. So the bird flies in order
Flies
to
and
on the
rests on his grave.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Next one, Sergio. I saw that you joined us, Sergio.
Oi. Du Fliegel. Fly, geschwind.
Okay, Zuli, let Sergio. But Sergio, unmute yourself.
Oi, du Vogel, flieg geschwind. Oi, du Vogel, flieg geschwind. Und sag der Mammen, ich bin gesund. Und sag der Mammen, ich bin gesund. Oi, the bird, fly, geschwind is, when do you, how is the word in English? When do you don't see it?
No,
Fast.
It's a bird, no?
Invisible.
quickly. Fly quickly, fly
Quickly.
fast.
Fly fast. Geschwind is quickly.
Yes.
Isn't a similar word like schwinden is disappearing? Or is
Yeah.
Yes, but this is a different word.
Okay. I'm not wrong. Okay. Fly quickly. Oi, the bird, fly quickly. And tell the mother, I am healthy. And tell the mother, I am healthy.
Good.
Next.
Okay.
I continue.
Sorry,
Mina,
Sergio.
I continue.
Continue, yes.
Okay. Kom der Vogel zu fliehen ahein. Kom der Vogel zu fliehen ahein. Und trifft die Mame treuerig stehen. Und trifft die Mame treuerig stehen. Comes the bird and flies home. Comes the bird and flies home. And see and meet the mother very sad standing. And meet the mother very sad standing.
Good.
What else?
Okay. Okay, Marsha. Thank you, Sergio. Marsha, go on.
Thank you.
Marsha?
Oh, was je winst
Weinst du?
Oh, was je winst du getreue Mutter, was je winst du getreue Mutter, ihm is finster in der is bitter und is finster und there is bitter. I'll let someone else translate.
Okay, Maurice.
So why are you weeping, devoted mother? He's in the dark and you're bitter. Finster is dark. He's in the dark because he's in his grave.
Okay, next one, Julia. Julia, you hear me? Okay.
Das 14. Jahr ist angekommen. Das 14. Jahr ist angekommen. In Zapas hat man ihm genommen. In Zapas hat man ihm genommen. The 40th year is coming. The 40th year is coming. And I'm sorry, tell me again what Zapas is.
Reserves.
Oh, right, okay.
It's 14, isn't it? Is
Yes.
it 14?
Yes, it's 1914.
It is. Hat man ihm genommen in Zapas, in reserves. One takes it.
Well, they took him.
Yeah.
Hat man ihm genommen. They took him, the fallen soldier.
Sorry.
They called
yes.
him to the reserves.
So that means the reserves as in Army reserves.
Army
kind of.
reserves, right.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, I think that's the last one, yeah?
Yeah.
With this
Could someone
gruesome-
tell us about this picture, please? This is amazing.
This is gruesome, yeah.
I don't have any details other than I looked for World War I details of a fallen soldier.
Yeah.
That's what I
Thank
found.
you. Thank you for finding it. It's
Okay,
just-
anyone has
there.
something to add or a question to Maurice? Okay, if not, let's listen to it once again.
Say that we talk a lot about, naturally, about World War II, also because of the Khurban, but really what happened in World War I, when so many millions died in a horrible way, really, especially in the trenches and so forth. I think there was a movie that was done that reflects that. I can't remember the name, if someone remembers. It was a recent film.
Might have been All Quiet on the Western Front.
No, that's European. It's about Europe. No.
Okay, if someone remembers, he will write afterwards in the chat. Okay, let's listen to it once again.
Das 14. Jahr ist angekommen, oi weh. Das 14. Jahr ist angekommen, in sa Pass hat man mir genommen, oi weh. In sa Pass hat man mir genommen, oi weh, oi weh. Auf die grüne Wälder in Felder, oi weh. Auf die grüne Wälder in Felder, dort liegt der gehargeter Söhner, oi weh. Dort liegt der gehargeter Söhner, oi weh. Kimmt a Vogel und zu fliehen, oi weh. Kimmt a Vogel und zu fliehen, auf sein Käfer rupzerin, oi weh, oi weh. Auf sein Käfer rupzerin, oi weh, oi weh. Oi, die Vögel fliegen geschwind, oi weh. Oi, die Vögel fliegen geschwind und sagt der Mammen, ich bin gesehnt, oi weh. Sagt der Mammen, ich bin gesehnt, oi weh, oi weh. Kim der Vögel zu fliehen heim, oi weh. Kindervögel zu fliehen heim und trefft die Mama treurig stehen, oi weh. Und trefft die Mama treurig stehen, oi weh, oi weh. Wo je weinst die Getreie mit der oi weh. Wo je weinst die Getreie mit der, ihm ist finster und dir ist bitter, oi weh. Ihm ist finster und dir ist bitter, oi weh, oi weh. Das 14. Jahr ist angekommen, oi weh. Das 14. Jahr ist angekommen, in sa Pass hat man ihm genommen, oi weh. In sa Pass hat man ihm genommen, oi weh, oi weh.
There is a saying, finster and bitter, right? Isn't
Ja.
there a saying, finster and bitter?
Ja, ja, es ist da so eine Sache. Okay. Not an easy song. Anyone wants to say anything about it? About the song, about what? Yes, Susan, but unmute yourself. Since you all are unmuted, when you want to say something, yes.
Ze doen een meisje van de Eerste Weltmilchome. Een Jiddische soldaat in een van de armee, der harget een van de zonen. En geht zo en zegt, als der andere soldaat is zeer krank, wird sterben. En heeft toen zu zoeken Kaddish. En der andere soldaat, was liegt auf der, sucht euch Kaddish. Es meint, als sind gewesen Jiden auf beide Seiten, es ist gewesen sehr treurig, als ein Jid, der harget ein Jid inmitten der Milchome.
Okay, Raphael, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that the idea of a bird carrying a message is quite common in Yiddish folk songs, especially messages of love. But in this case, it's a message of death, and it's not going to the beloved, it's going to the mother. But the asking a bird to carry a message is quite common.
Okay, Sergio?
Yes, by coincidence, based on Susan's history, she just told, I remember, maybe you don't remember do you know what was the Falkland War between England and Argentina?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
In 1982. And I remember that not very smart comment from Mr. Begin, First Minister of Israel, that after uprising the war, he commented publicly to a journalist, I don't understand what are doing British Jews and Argentine Jews killing each one the other. Similar to the comments Susan did, no? But this was real, no? Menachem Begin told that in public, no? That wasn't helpful for the Jews in each country, because at that time it was a war between two nationalities, not between Jews. Now, just a comment on this issue.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So, Morty.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that this problem is a much deeper problem, really, than what it appears to be, because there's been through centuries very, very serious discussions about the participation of Jews in the national life of countries. And while all this started probably in the 1500s or the 1600s, it's a discussion that many anti-Semites have taken advantage of, and it's even today going on. And in respect to what Sergio said, we have to remember the discussion between Ben-Gurion and I think it was Jacobson, the chair of the American Jewish Committee, when the State of Israel was created, and Ben-Gurion said that the Jews should immigrate to Israel. This was absolutely rejected by the leaders of the American Jewish community. So it's a discussion and a problem that started a long time ago, and it's not going to end anytime soon.
It's not going to end at any time. You're right.
No.
Okay. Anyone else before we move back to Menachem Mendel? No. Okay, so let's move back to Menachem Mendel. Okay, so we are on, I think, your page 10 at the beginning. I will mark it in one moment. Okay. So Menachem Mendel is telling about all the territorialists that should go to Angola and look up the land and see how it is there before committing to settling their Jews. And he's telling, he's saying this and this and this and that should go there, all kinds of philanthropists and rich people should go there and see how it is there in Angola. So we are here. Is Mengeform. Susan, can you see it? Is Mengeform?
Von Baku uns ist geblieben, wir soll schicken koidem oisein dus Land. They're coming from Baku, which is Azerbaijan, and
No, from Baku is someone from Baku. That's Sheriran.
What is it?
Sherira. It's a philanthropist from Baku.
Oh, Baku. That's a city, name of a city.
Yeah, that's the name of a city, Baku.
And so it remained that we should first send someone to look over the land. Is men gefahren und me hat ausgesehen das Land und me hat gebracht zu führen die beste Ideas. So someone went to look over the land, the country, Angola, and they brought the best possible knowledge back. Dus heist, as dus land is taket 10 mal so groß wie Eretz Yisrael. That means that country is 10 times bigger than Eretz Yisrael. Und as me kon hinzu reinpacken alle Jeden von der ganzen Welt. So you can pack up and send all the Jews from the whole world. Und sie lassen sich viele nicht unsehen. And you won't even notice them. That's how big the land is. Nur wie jedes großes Land hat dus in sich allerlei Minim Erd. And like any big country, it has all kinds of soil. Faran, Erd, Schmatte, it has bad soil. Was Teug auf Tesha, it has bad soil that you can, how would you translate that?
Yeah, but
it's worth nothing. It's worth 99 times nothing. Und voran Erd Gingold, and there's wonderful soil at Gingold, the best soil, was wächst mit Ruches, which grows quickly, I suppose. Would that what it means? Wächst mit Ruches, it grows very quickly.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Voran
Yes.
allerlei Erde. Today, there's all kinds of earths. Voran Erder Gan Eden, there's like earth from paradise, und voran Erder Azellige, was is gleiche, we sollen zu nicht gehen. And there is also soil, such soil, which it's better that you don't even go there. Nor wer geht mich, nor wer
geht mich,
nicht mich. Ich soll kriegen hin. Ich soll kriechen hin. So whoever tells me I should crawl out there, wo es ist nicht.
Nicht mich, I think, who forced me? Who is forcing me?
Nor where, oh yes, yes, who is forcing me that I should creep out there, wo es ist nicht good, where it isn't good. As ich kann gehen hin, bis es gut, when I can go where it is good. It's is geblieben, nur arbeiten a Kontrakt mit der Portugal Melocha. So now what's left is to make a contract with the Portuguese government. Ob sie wird eingehen auf alle unsere Tanoim. If she will agree to all our conditions, is good, and it's okay. Alle nicht, but if not, is wie sie will sich. It's how she sets it up.
Is how she wants.
Okay.
Go on, another sentence.
Yeah, nor, is that nor?
I think so.
For nit is gor kein rednit, but saying no is not, so it's not a possibility. Warum, was wird sie tun mit as Medina, because what will she do with such a big state? Und wo wird sie kriegen noch eine and where will she get another nation wie unsere Juden auf der ganzen Welt, like our Jews in the whole world?
Okay, thank you, Susan. It's wonderful. Rochale? Rochale?
Ja, wie stellen wir?
Otman gemacht. There is,
Otman gemacht, zu lieb dem nicht lang in Berlin wieder an der Seifa von den größten Territoristen und man hat aus derweil 3 Delegaten.
Okay, translate because it's too long.
Es ist ein langer Satz, ja. Ich habe gesagt, den Punkt, es ist nicht gekommen.
Yeah, it's a long one.
So, because of that, they made just a
meeting.
Wieder an der Seife.
Because of that, they made again in Berlin a meeting from the biggest, I guess, territorialist. Yeah, and they chose the representative that go to Portugal.
Okay, so now continue to read.
Oh yeah, was forum kein Portugalia מכוח contract Oisarbeten that are going to Portugal from מכוח contract. How do you say that in English? There's an outcome of the contract that was worked out, that was developed. Und du wird man derweil zu Neufrau von noch aggressere Aseifa von alle Territoristen von der ganzen Welt. And here, in the meantime,
yes, we cannot hear you.
Will be probably another.
Rochale, you're not speaking probably to the microphone. We cannot hear you.
Of all the lists, you hear me? I just got a message that it got disconnected for a moment.
Okay, now we can hear you.
Okay, so here in the meantime, it is going to be a gathering of even a bigger, another bigger meeting of all the territorialists of the entire world. Wir weiß noch nicht wo und wenn, nur ich will mistam wissen der erster. It's still not known where and when, but probably I will be the first one to know. Worum ich darf es wissen, because I have to know it. Ich habe ausgearbeitet, verstehst du mich, ein ganzen Projekt. I worked out, you understand, a whole project. Wie soll besetzen das neue Land Angola? How we are going to settle in the new land Angola. Der dosige Projekt wird vernehmen hecher 20 Beugens Papier. Okay, this project will take more than 20 sheets. I'm not sure. Of
20 sheets of paper.
Okay. Ich halte ihn beim Überschreiben auf Rain. Right now I'm holding it. It's in the process of writing it into what it means clean. It means without any spelling mistakes. You know, he cannot delete like we can. Und Mechama Sichov kein Zeit nicht mach. Und Mechama Sichov nicht kein Zeit. Mach ich das bekitzur, and because I don't have enough time, I'm doing it briefly or in short. I'm shortening it out. אם ירצה השם, in einem anderen Brief, will ich dir, God willing, in the next letter, will ich dir herausschreiben als Ding barichus. I will write out everything in length. Les Asul, God gave mit Mazel Bruche, mit Glick und mit Tzluchi. So in the meantime, let God offer Mazel Bracha, you know, good luck and success. Sei gesund und kusch die Kinder שיחיו und grüß der Schwieger שתחיה und der ganze Mischpuche sollst du losen grüßen etlichen besonder gor freundlich. So be well and kiss the kids, may they live. This is like against the evil eye, poo poo poo, you know, שיחיו. And send greeting to the
Schwieger.
Schwieger, the sister-in-law.
No, to the mother-in-law.
The mother-in-law. Sorry. Yeah,
Gets
the mother-in-law. What's funny, you know? A Schwieger is a Schwieger. There are verschiedene Schwiegers.
Oh, come on.
But he thought of it. He thought of it.
You're already in the stage of being Schwieger, no? Snap out.
Okay.
Who, me?
Some of you are Schwiegers, no? Und der ganze
Yes,
Mischpuch,
yes.
the whole family.
Excuse me, Rochele.
Read
Rochele,
all
there are
the.
different
Just a
figures.
moment. Let her finish, Sergio. Let her finish. Okay.
And greet the whole family separately and like each one of them and with friendship. I'm not
Yes,
sure.
something like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Okay. Mimeni Balech Menachem Mendel. From me, your husband Menachem Mendel.
Okay, thank you, Rochale. So first Sergio and then Rafael. Sergio.
No, it was a joke. It's over.
It's over? Okay, it's over. Rafael.
Yeah, I just want to point out some of the backstory, which you find out by looking at all of these Menachem Mendel stories.
Right.
The reason he's not coming home is because he cannot tolerate his wife's mother.
The Schwieger, yeah.
Of course, it's very obvious.
Yeah, Nili relates. Nili
Why? I
relates to it.
disagree. Not always the Schwieger is what the joke tells you, you know?
Yeah, but what is good is what the Schwieger is saying. Susan, yes.
Ja, das ist nicht jeder Schwieger. Das ist Menachem Mendels Schwieger. Das ist eine Schendels Mama und sie redet allemal und sie sucht, was ihre Mama sucht und was die Mama antwortet. Und das ist ein spezieller Schwieger. Und eine andere Sache, das ist alles ironisch, weil sagt, das ist alles, was ich sage, ist als Bekitzer. Whatever I'm saying is in short form. Und nicht so, wie viel Wörter hat genutzt, zu reden und zu reden und zu reden wegen Angola. Das ist nicht Bekitzer.
Yeah, and Susan, also say something what we talked among us about, you know, is there and she is there, you know, the way that they are using the words. That can you continue about it, or I shall say? Because Menachem Mendel is talking in very, you know, high words, and his wife on the other, and you will see now, she's down to the earth. She is not thinking about the, you know, the nation or the Jews or anything. She's thinking about her family. What's going on in Kasrilevke, and that's what we will see right now. So,
I want to say that through the letter, he gives you the history.
Yes, yeah.
The history of Angola, he makes it in through the letter. Now we know about that.
Yeah. Okay, Susan, yes.
And he makes it clear that Menachem Mendel tries to be intellectual and talks to you all about the politics. And then when it gets to his wife, you will see she makes a lot of mistakes. She says things wrong, and you'll be able to pick it up because she's uneducated, but she's very basic and she's down to earth.
Yeah, and her mother is more so.
Yeah, she's the daughter of the speaker.
Okay. Barbara.
But he can't make a living.
Barbara. You're muted, Barbara. Oh, no. You did it and Okay.
Yeah,
now.
then it's, okay, sorry. Anyway, but could you go over those abbreviations, Kinder and Shechiyu, is that how it's pronounced? I mean, he's using those, it wouldn't be natural for somebody to do that. He's putting on an error by actually putting in those Hebrew abbreviations also?
No, it is natural when you are.
It is
writing
natural?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but-
You say it. Yes.
Could you tell me, give us the translation of those expressions?
Shechiyu is let them live.
Let them live?
Let them live. And where is le'et ata? For now.
Okay.
Le'et ata is for now.
Yes, I have that. And then
Yeah.
when he refers to the children,
Yeah.
and then he refers to his mother-in-law, which
It's the same, shetichye. It's only a shortening. It's an abbreviation. It's also
okay.
shetichye. Let her live.
Thank you.
It's a shortening. Okay. So now let's go over to Sheina Sheindl. Karen, please. Can you read?
Ja. Sheina Sheindl in Kazrilevka zu ihrem Mann Menachem Mendel in Varsha. Lekovid Beli Hiker Chochem
Okay, just let me read this because of all the Hebrew, okay? And then you will read. לכבוד, בעלי היקר החכם, מופלג הנגיד המפורסם, מורנו הרב רבי מנחם מנדל נרו יאיר. And in translation, to my dear, clever, very clever husband, a Nagid is, how do you translate a Nagid? The very famous Nagid, Moreno Arav Rabbis, our teacher, the Ruv, Menachem Mendel, Nero Yair, let his light shine. So those were, we did it once with Susan. There were, booklets with how to write a letter, how to start a letter, how to finish a letter, and that's one of the starting.
Can a Nagid sein a reicher Mensch?
Sorry, Rochale.
A Nagid can sein a reicher Mensch?
Can sein a reicher Mensch, a Nagid, Sergio, yes.
This is a real Yiddish vibe addressing to her Yiddish husband.
That's what I was saying before. They took it from books, from booklets of how to write a letter, of how to start a letter, how to finish a letter. There were formulas of how to do it.
I know.
That's why so many letters start and end the same way.
Yes. Susan, yes, but you're muted, Susan.
Very often they hired a letter writer, somebody like Sheina Sheindl, who didn't have much education, would hire a letter writer to write the formulaic with all the Hebrew blessings, which she herself would not have known.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so
I just want to add something. I translated the letter not too long ago, and on the side, it was greetings from the person that writes the letter to the addressee because he knew him. He said, this is me, I don't know, Menachem Mendel, who writes the letter for your wife, greetings from me. So that was very
nice.
good to see on the side,
Okay. Okay, Karen.
Erstens komm ich dir zu melden, als mir sind da alle Gott zu danken in besten gesund. First of all, I come to announce to you that we, thank God, are all in the best of health. Gib Gott das nämliche von dir zu hören auf weiter nicht ärger. May the same be said for you, not worse, thank God.
Okay, go. Zweitens.
Zweitens schreibe ich dir, Belly Hicker. Ich habe durch dir Harpes Busche. Ich kann die Gas nicht durchgehen. Secondly, I write to you, is it dear husband?
Yes.
That I have because thanks to you, I'm ashamed. I cannot walk through the street.
Mhm.
Why?
Yes. Sergio?
Why?
Why? Well, she will tell us why. She's going to tell us why she cannot do it.
Okay, okay.
Okay, go on.
Chachomim junger Leid stellen mich ab. Young people, foolish young people stop me. Was is die Meise? Fragen sie mich mit Eiermann. What is the story? They ask me, with your husband. Was hat sich übergekehrt, that he is turning around, Plutzen geworden, Mongolic.
A Mongolic, so she, okay.
That's and that he is turning around, suddenly is becoming I guess a promoter of Angola. And
No, a Mongolic, she's of Mongolia. She doesn't know Angola, a Mongolic, Mongola.
Oh.
So she's not educated. She's just mixing the two together. It's Mongolia.
Don't you think maybe she meant, or someone meant to say he was a Mongoloid?
No. She's just mixing the two countries. Yeah.
Well, I had looked up similar words, and I found a word, Mapolanik, which means a defeatist.
No, Mongolic, from Mongolia.
Okay. Das meinen sie das Land, was du hast ausgestrabet sehr wegen Ehrgeiz in all die schwarze Jahr in Angola. Okay, they mean that this land you have scraped out for their sake.
That you scraped out from all the schwarze Juren, from hell or something like this. How can you translate it?
Yes. What on earth is this Mongola? Und macht auf dem Projekt and made a project.
Okay, thank you, Karen. But I want to ask you, how would you translate all the schwarze Juren?
Well, a Schwarzjör, it can also mean a devil. So, so von all the Schwarzjör, by all the devils.
Yeah, that's.
I say it means to the end of the earth.
To the end of the earth. Well, both of them are valid, I think. Okay, thank you. Rafael, go on.
Somewhere at the end of the earth.
About who the hell knows?
Okay. Rafael, please.
Ja. Zij zijn Zionisten, verdrießt zij. Maar was, du hältst nicht von Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael is besser. They are Zionisten. I think this is a she's misunderstanding the word Zionisten, I think.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes.
They're Zionists, or let's mistranslate it as Zionists. Verdrist say it bothers them. Was du haltst dit von Eretz Yisrael, that you're not a fan of Eretz Yisrael. The they here is the youngsters on the street who are stopping me.
Yeah.
They're Zionists, and it bothers them that you don't support Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael is better. It's better in Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael, sagen sie, is unseres. Eretz Yisrael, they say, that's ours. Und Mongola liegt ergens weit in der Ruach. Liegt ergens west es der Ruach. And Mongola lies, oh, only the devil knows where. Sie haben, sagen sie, durch dir Aschoden. They have acquired, they say, through you, not a defect, how do you translate a Schaden, an injury. Sie haben gerechnet dir mitgeben a Brief kein Wien. They were considering to give you, to bring along with you, a letter to Vienna. Azoivi in Wien is a Congress, because in Vienna there's a Congress, which he says a Congress, von Zionisten, of these Zionists. And Azoi, wie du forest bemela kein Wien, and seeing as you are anyhow traveling to Vienna, often Congress, to the Congress, dürfen sie schicken a Menschen, they want to send a person, as soll sie kosten Geld, und kein Geld haben sie nicht. Let's see, it doesn't quite make sense to me. They want to send a person, it should cost money, but they don't have any money.
Yeah.
So I guess the idea is that since you're going there anyway, they'll just give you, not that they won't have to send anyone. Amer, wollen sie schicken dich. So that's why they want to send you. Wollen sie Yoitze sein, that will fulfill their obligation. Just finish, I'm typing in my own version here to fix up the problems that are. The version I have is based on optical character recognition, which always needs correction. So I'm correcting it as we go. And I see, Mina, that you've already hand corrected a copy.
I corrected some of them, yes.
Yeah. Wollen sie Yoitze sein, they'll fulfill an obligation, und Versprorenheitssaus, and they won't have to pay money. It's money up front.
Losses. Loss of money.
No.
It's expenses.
Sorry, expenses. Safe expenses.
Yes.
Verspuren is safe.
Yeah, they'll be able to avoid paying the expenses. Wie sagt die Mama, like my mother says.
Die Mame.
Hier we are. Wie sagt die Mame?
A kosherer top mit a kosheren Löffel. A kosher pot and a kosher cooking spoon. Nor as du hast sich abgeschmat, but since you have converted away from the Zionist cause, sagen sie, they say, abschmaden sollen sie sich dir alle beseinem, that they should all, to a single person, defect from you. Und du bist geworden a Mongolinik, and you've become now a supporter of Mongolia. Zenen sie geblieben anachazen, and so they no longer have a cantor. And be'emes, was hat das dir geteilt? And in truth, what good was it for you, Mendel? Ich bin Taka Yidne, und bin in die Sachen nicht so genit wie du. I am, after all, just a Jewish woman. I'm not as experienced in these matters as you. Nor mir dacht, but it seems to me, und die Mama sagt euch das, was ich sag, and mother says just what I'm saying, as an eigens is nit friends, und friends is nit kein eigens. That your own stuff is not strange, and strangers' stuff is not your own.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rafael. Barbara, go on.
Yeah, I'll try. All right, I lost, oh, wow.
Nog was wird mir helfen.
Ja, okay. Nor was wird mir helfen mein schreiben? Only what will help with my writing? Mir steens gesucht. What does that mean? A mistake also understood or also said? It's also said?
Steins gesucht.
Yeah.
Steins gesucht.
It means as if to say.
As if to say. Okay, thank you.
As what?
Yeah.
I didn't hear. What?
As if to say, or
As if to say. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Dir as komt rein in kopperein am a sugar. So
Michigas.
Michigas.
Michigas. So what has occurred in your head is craziness.
No, when a craziness gets in your head, when a craziness gets in your head.
Yeah. Okay. Do I go on?
Yes, yes.
Mina, eine Sekunde.
Yes,
Ich habe
yes.
gesehen, mich steins gesucht, du sucht, oi wei woi, oi wei. It's an expression
Okay.
that sucht, und das darf sein zusammen.
Mich steins gesucht. Okay.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So when
Can
craziness
you
gets into your head.
summarize, Minna?
Sorry, Mara.
Can you summarize that last sentence? It got really confused. What was going on?
Noch was mit mir helfen mein Schreiben, mich steins gesucht. So what will help me writing, my writing? So like oi wei or
Oh boy.
Oi boy or something like this. Dir as kommt da rein in Kopf rein am Schigas, when some craziness gets into your head.
Okay. Was pen soll dir nicht sagen? What won't somebody say, or what can anybody say? Is boim? Does she saying you blockhead? Is she saying to him you're a blockhead? What does boim mean?
I thought it's bam, like you know.
Okay. Bam. So
like
when something comes in your head, it's boom, and that
like yeah.
Okay. All right.
it's a sound. It's so.
It's a sound. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mom.
Okay. Not easy. Men poilt by the gear. And poilt means agree.
They're working on you quickly.
Okay.
They convince you quickly.
Yeah, they convince you quickly.
Thank you. Bist gewen in Mongolia? Are you in, or were you in Mongolia? Hast das angeguckt? Have you looked around? Was läufst du das in Tag rein? You know, what, I translate this as what merits you a day?
What are you praising it? Why are you?
Why would you praise it to the sky?
Okay, right. See, thank you, because I just don't understand all these combinations. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here because you have to help me so much. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Marty, go on.
Okay. Du hast was Mecklers wollen dir erzählen? Do you hear what businessmen will tell you? Was weiß a Meckler? What does a salesman know? A Meckler will verdienen, a Geschäft, weiß was geht ihm a salesman wants to make money, as whatever business. Do you know what he cares about? Sie öfter hast du machschobe, mich mit die Kinder, mit der Mama soll leben, a reisnar nahin zu. Or maybe you have got it into your mind, to me and the children and my mother, may she live, to take us all over there. Zoek ik der frier, Balea Yakar. I tell you up front, my dear husband, soll sich es herausschlagen, Punkt von dem Kopf. Take it completely out of your head. In der Erd rein will ich dir von nicht kein Mongole.
In Drerderein.
In Drerderein, ja. In Drerderein will ich dir nicht von nicht kein Mongole. I'm not going to go get buried in Mongolia.
No. I will go in Drerd. I will go into the earth. I will be buried before I will go to Mongolia.
I thought that's what I said. Okay. Losen früher fuhren dahin, sie zu den Negidem deine, wo der Host herausgerechnet in dein Brief. May the rich people go there before anybody. May those rich people that you mentioned in your letter go there before anybody else. Als sie wollen kommen auf den Ort in mir Hashem, in wollen sich besetzen, in wollen ein bisschen ausgerissen werden friert, when they come over to that place with God's help, and they will settle there, and they will be a little bit worked out before anybody else, and then noch, als sie wollen uns reinschreiben, a briefel as es geht, when they send us letters saying that it is good, und wohl in fertig als Ding arum in arim, and say that everything is good and well and ready, and everything is ready all around, weil mir erst demol oben a Stickel, we will then have a bisschen Yishuv, we will then have a little bit of a community, sie mir sollen gehen, to see if we go, sie mir sollen nicht gehen, or maybe we will not go, nor blotte, but nothing.
Okay, thank you, Morty. Golda, you're with us? Golda?
Yes.
Ja. Deine Nagidim, Golda.
Deine Nagidim sollen besser sitzen da in Aisha und in Kovid, in Gitz und in Weiltug. Your rich people should better sit there in honor.
No.
This is Yaisha.
Oisher is to be rich, in richness and in honor.
In rich and in honor, in good and in comfort. Darin Yechupitz, darin Vasha. He in Yechupitz and in Varsha. Und der in Baku and the other in Baku. Und uns wollen sie heißen fahren, kein Eis reißen zu all die schwarze Jahr. And us, they want us to ride to somewhere, who knows where. Sie sagt die Mama. Mit fremder Hand ist gut Feierscharen und auf jenems Bord ist gut.
Golda, we cannot hear you.
Jenem's Bord is, I'm getting all of these to buy things on the corner of my computer.
Good. Mit fremde Hand ist gut Feierscharen und auf jenems Bord ist gut sich zu lernen scheren. Okay, just a moment, Rafael, yes?
Yeah, I was a little confused. Vorhin kein Eis reißen. I think what that might be, reißen, is a word for Ruthenia in English or Belarus, although they're in Ukraine, but it might be. They will ask us to travel out of Ryson to the devil.
To the
And so
devil.
I think Ryson here is the name of a place.
It
It's
can
not-
be Russia, maybe.
It could be Russia, yes.
Maybe she's just, misspelling the Russia from.
I think so, yeah. That makes good sense.
Okay.
Thanks to the file.
So translate Golda.
I think you're right, because when you read it
Yeah.
first, it means to outroot yourself, to uproot yourself and go elsewhere. That's what I read
Yes,
first.
I
But
think
what
that
you
is
say makes
correct.
more sense,
Die
yeah.
sagt die Mama. Mit fremde Hand ist gut Feuer scharren und auf jenem Sport ist gut sich zu lernen scheren. Her mother says, with strange hands, it's good to feed the fire, and with somebody else's beard, it's good to learn how to shear, meaning how to clean your
how to cut the beard, how to cut
the beard. No, ich hab morgen als von dein Mongole und von sehr Eretz Israel soll sich nicht auslassen, das was von alle deine Chalaim ist. But I'm afraid that from Mongolia and from Israel,
from your Mongolia and for their Israel.
Yes, that's what's von alle. And from all of your dreams, und die Welt wird bleiben a Welt, and the world will remain a world. Das heißt, in Agidem, in Yechupitz, Velm Taka Leben, a guten Tag. That means that in the world, that the world will remain a world, and that the rich people in Yechupitz will really live a good life.
Just a moment. I think that when she say die Welt wird bleiben a Welt, that she means everything will stay the same.
Yes, definitely. That verstärkt sollte werden. They should be disturbed. When mir da in Kasrilivke sollen ausgerissen werden. And we in Kasrilivke should be torn in different ways. Die mir sind ausgerissen geworden, bis daher liegen in Engschaft, the way we remain, the way we were torn, because we lived in such a tight spaces. Stecken sich auf Delvolgen zu werden. We were choked und nachklimmen, all thing, and mimicked everything. First in Yekupit, that was in the town, the Malthus.
Okay, thank you, Golda. Vidi Malpes, like the apes. Thank you.
Like the monkeys.
The monkeys, thank you.
Yeah, but shouldn't it be Malpus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be, yeah. Yeah, okay, never mind. Beverly, go on, finish it for us.
Nit nar mit, I think after we should talk about the word Yehupitz.
Yes.
But not now. Nit
Okay,
nar
okay.
mit der Mudde und mitten, Risches reden. I'm not sure what that is. What is Mudde?
Mode is
It's
fashion.
Fashion or trend, we can say, I
Fashion.
think.
I'm not sure what?
Fashion.
Fashion. Oh, not just with the fashion or with the, what is Risches? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Risches reden is not to talk
bad.
To talk bad things.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Mit Alsting.
Gossip. Gossip.
Oh, gossip. Mit Alsting machen sie noch Yehuppets, with everything they make after Yehuppets, which was this, I don't know if it was a real town, but it's came.
They make fun of Yehuppets.
But it came to mean far away, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yehuppets
well,
is a
the
town.
Yehuppets is Kiev.
Here.
Yes.
Oh, but now if you say Yehuppets, you mean it's far away. You don't know where it is. If you use
A
that
Jewish
word.
town, a Jewish city.
Oh, Meken Zogen, Kamat Fazicha. You can say for sure, as is Shine Gor Nita Azah Zach in Yehuppets. You can say for sure that there's really no such thing in Yehuppets. Was es soll nicht sein, Punkt, das eigene bei uns in Krasilvka. I'm not sure. I know the translation, but what are they referring to?
Okay, what she's referring to is the second part of the letter, which I cut out because
okay.
it's not concerning Angola. What she is referring to in the second part is going to the movies. It's going to the movies, and I really recommend that you read it. It's really nice, only it doesn't have anything to do with Angola. I just wanted, you know, another Vizog de Mame before I cut it.
Okay, by un wie sagt die Mama, like the mother, my mother says, steht geschrieben, it's written, as was is varan in fleshel, whatever you have in your jug is faran in glezel. That's what you have in your cup. In your cup.
Okay.
Is that the end?
It's the end, yes. It is.
Oh,
beautiful.
Beautiful.
What is faran?
A faran is what you have, what you own, I guess, right?
Okay.
Faran is there is.
What there is.
Or
There
there
is.
are.
Now, we don't have time right now, but next class, we will read some, I just, you know, put together some of Vizog de Mame, some of her sayings. So we will do it next week. But right now, if anyone wants to say anything about the story, about the Angola thing, about Menachem Mendel, about his wife, so please.
Well, he was a Luftmensch. He lived on air, and I guess this is where it came from, the term Luftmensch. And he was always making deals, but nothing ever worked. And the poor wife sits in the home, and the mother is, you know, her mother is telling her the truth.
Yeah, but you know, the mother is also kind of, you know, like putting it, begging. Yeah, she's just she's speaking on her. Yeah. Okay, Barbara, and then
I have a question because I just don't know. So the expression, Karen, Baal Hikar, and it means dear husband. But is that a misspelling or is that?
What is the word?
A Baal Hikar? Baal
Hikar. No spelling. No, it's Hebrew. It's my dear husband. It's Hebrew. My dear husband. Yeah. Okay, Marsha.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else thought. I'm probably way off, but I'm thinking, why would he stay away from his wife so much? It might be just an excuse, his mother-in-law problem. Maybe he's having an affair or something.
No,
I'm thinking wrong. Okay.
Well, we don't know about the affair, but I think
he has too much to do trying to machen a Leben.
Exactly.
That's his whole, because he messes up every deal.
Yeah, but also, like he says, that he's going to be the first to know. He wants to be into the things. He will be the first to know. He's going to be the first to be everywhere where something is happening.
He's a real macher.
He's a macher,
yeah. Not really.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a macher. He's a koch left.
He's a koch.
Yeah. But just in general, we have to kind of put the story in its time. In other words, everything moves slowlier, the transportation, getting from one place to another. And many people had to be away for their survival. to bring the parnusa, the income. And I remember hearing once a lecture about ketubas, how do you say ketuba? The
Marriage license.
The marriage license, where it details
contract.
what happens if he has to travel for such and such time and something happens to him, what happens to her, how the family is going to take care of her. So it was not unusual that husbands were away for a longer period of time than we are used to today.
And they went
I
to
can share
America.
with you. What?
They went to America too. They went to America, the husbands.
Yeah, but that's another story. I'm talking
that's
just
something
within
else.
Europe. I'm just talking within Europe. But I just wanted to share something funny. When my husband had to finish his education, something he couldn't finish in Israel because it was not available at the time. And we had to come, we didn't know we were going to stay longer. We had to come for 5-6 years. My aunt, one of the older survivors of the Holocaust, she came to me and she said, "You don't understand life. Israel is much better. You're going to stay here. We are going to take care of you." And I'm telling her, "What are you talking about? You want me to be, the kids to be without the father and me to be without my husband for 2 years?" And she didn't understand what part I don't understand. And later on, I realized, where is she coming from? When I was exposed to these ketubas, these marriage licenses, I said that was her world. It was not a Michigan as that. It wasn't crazy for her, and there's some truth to that.
Okay, that's
Unfortunately, she was right, and we ended up staying here. She was right.
Yeah, Morty.
I just wanted, I don't know if I showed you this book before, but can you see it?
Yes. Yeah. So this is, general sayings. It's not only from Menachem Mendel.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mara?
So I did a lot of research on my family in Western Germany around Kassel, and a lot of them were horse dealers because there were very limited things you could do to make a living. And so that meant basically, I think, that you went out to the various rural families and you see, did they want a horse? Do they have a horse to sell? And then you go somewhere else and you find a horse for them. And then you go to the market towns at the fair times when they allowed the Jews to come in. So they were on the road a lot, I think.
Okay. Thanks. Michael?
So when we were talking about how the wife began the letter in a very formal way, I put in the chat a link to a book that I bought a hard copy of that I love.
Yeah,
it's from 1902. It's Harkavi's Amerikanische Briefensteller.
Yeah.
And it's written for Yiddish speakers to learn how to write letters into English, but you can go the other direction. And there are all kinds of examples of letters and business and personal letters, abbreviations, it's a wonderful thing to page through.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else want to say anything?
Yeah. In English, there is a confusion. Jewish people tend to call the Jewish mother mama. I call it the Italian mama. We are a mame.
We are a
mame. The Yiddish mame, not a mama. So
talking about letters, we keep getting people asking us to translate their letters, and Minna just did 2 postcards. And
she gave some money to the Vinkl or not?
She is, yes, she is. She said. But anyway, they think God knows what's going to be in the letter. What are they going to find in the postcard? But usually, it's just what the Briefensteller told them to write.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always, how are you? We didn't receive a letter, or we just received your letter, or anything. It's rarely when I translate that there is something interesting in it, really. And then it's about money. Yeah.
I just want to say something. I'm a little bit confused with the way and I'm not sure if what I'm saying is correct, like, I'm trying to understand, if somebody wrote for her the letter, then why is it written the way she talks with the?
No, it's probably, well, we don't know. Well,
I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah, she probably wrote it herself, you know, but
maybe she copied the type.
Exactly. Morty.
But Shalom
Yes,
Aleichem wrote
for
it.
Rochale, you have to remember that it's not the wife really that is writing. It's Sholem
Exactly,
Aleichem
that's why I'm
that is
asking. That's
putting
why I'm
himself in
asking.
the shoes of the wife and trying to make it funny and senseless in some way, the way a woman in a very small town in Eastern Europe would look at things that are totally out of her world, which she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
So he chooses to write it as she talks and spell it that way. This is where I'm a little confused.
He's writing it in the way he thinks she would have talked in those situations.
Right. That's what I'm trying to understand. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Golda?
I wanted to say the same thing. Shalom Aleichem is writing it, but I think that Shalom Aleichem, even though he was a Luftmensch in real life, but he didn't think too much of his wife intellectually, because he wrote, when she wrote her letters, the only thing that was really interesting or funny were what the mother said, not anything that she said. She always made mistakes, but it wasn't easy to understand his letters either. I started reading the stories of Menachem Mendel and Shana Shandel, but after I got through the first London series, I just couldn't take it anymore. It was just too much.
Yeah, but it's funny, and it tells a lot about the situation of Jews at the same time.
I find that this amena, this portion about Angola was more interesting than that entire portion.
Well, because that's
But she is the intelligent one. I think she's the intelligent one. She talks she has a lot of spelling mistakes, but she says the right thing with her mother, you know?
Yeah, but after you read one letter after another, it's the same thing.
So just read it like, 2 weeks apart, so you will get. Susan, you wanted to say something before?
Well, I've had that experience too of reading, translating postcards for people, and the letters are not saying anything. So you might think that maybe the wife sent one of those letters with a few official phrases, but the rest is what she's saying to herself, because she can't write a letter. And this is her comments that she's making to herself when she gets those letters from Menachem Mendel.
Maybe, we don't know. Myra.
So I just really appreciate, Minute, your finding this, because there was how many years, 20 years or so, where there was total confusion among Jews about what to do. We forget that. It's so established now. It's so long ago. There was quite a period when there was a big debate about what the heck, how, should we stay? Should we go? If we go, where should we go? I mean, it probably went on and on and on for years trying to figure out, with everybody having different opinions like we always do, So I appreciate being put back into that and see what it was like.
Great
Well,
comment.
I thought it's an interesting part of Jewish history that usually people don't know about it. Because you hear about, all the Zionist congresses, you hear about the Angola, you hear about Uganda, but you never hear the story about Angola. Now you know that there was a plan to settle Angola.
Mongola.
That's a new mama says. Angola, Schmerk, give me a break.
Yeah.
It feels like in today's language, she's telling you, what have you lost over there?
Yeah,
I don't remember
exactly.
losing anything over there. Why would I
Yeah,
go to a
what have you lost there? Yeah, what are you looking for there? Yeah.
It's funny.
Okay, guys. So next week we will read the Wie of the Mame, and I will send, because it's short, I will send another story. That when is Purim? Let's see. I want, so one.
March 16th, 17th.
Everybody register for the conference this Sunday.
Okay, so
Yeah, thank
okay,
you.
So until Purim, I usually bring a Purim spiel. So we have 2 weeks until then.
Don't
Okay.
forget to register for the conference. Michael
Yeah.
has it in the chat.
The link in the chat.
Right,
The
thank
link
you.
in the chat.
Erev Purim is on the 16th, Purim is on the
Looks
17th.
fantastic.
Okay, so we will do it on the 15th. So we will do our Purim on the 15th. So, but there
The
is
Ides of March? Are you going to do it on the Ides of March?
Of
the
course.
answer- well, since we are not Romans, we don't care. Okay, so I guess I'll see all of you or some of you at the rooms at the conference. And
Hope so.
Barbara, yes, Yisher Koyach, like Shtisel is saying Yisher, because it's a
Can I
wonderful.
ask something about the conference?
Oh, for sure.
Can I ask a question? As you go in, do I have to pre-register, or I can open it and then choose whatever I want to go into? Because every hour has 2 options.
Well,
You can
once you register.
pre-register.
No, go ahead, Michael.
So when you pre-register, you're going to get the Zoom links for the 2 different rooms. And then you decide which room you want to, there are 2 talks at each
Right.
hour, other than the
Right, so
beginning and
it's
ending.
like
And
at
then you
the
just
time
come
of
and go
the-
as you want.
Okay, so at the correct time, I just push in what I want. If it's not what I thought, I want to go to another lecture, I
Right.
can do that.
Providing you
Then-
register, they won't send you the Zoom. Register.
Registration
Yeah,
is
no,
free,
I
but you can
registered.
also
That's why
donate
I'm asking.
$180.
Right.
Yeah,
What?
I did that.
Are they
What
gonna
did you say?
record? Are they gonna
Registration
record?
is free, but you could also donate $180 or whatever you want.
And are they gonna record the sessions and make
Yes,
them
we are
available?
going to.
Record it.
Yes.
Okay, so they will be like afterwards you will put it online so we can, so if
So
we
you-
didn't watch one session, we can watch it later on.
Right. Don't know how soon, Michael, do you know how soon they're going to be able to put that up?
I don't know the plan. It could
Yeah.
theoretically be up that evening, but
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it
It'll be
doesn't
soon.
wait. We can, we
Hi,
can
guys,
wait
I
a
get
day or 2. So, okay. Beverly, thanks for sending the cooking things that we can watch. It's really wonderful.
Oh, good. Okay, Evo.
Yeah, I get the
Oh, yeah, you
Evo,
can
but
do it at any time or something.
yeah, you
It's a
can do
watch
it
now.
anytime. It's
Great.
wonderful.
I will.
For people who are interested in Jewish cooking, it's really a wonderful program. So,
Oh, good.
guys, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Agita
Absolutely.
Woche.
Gesund, gute Woche.
Bye-bye.
Agita
Bis
Woche.
Sonntag.
Bis Sonntag. Ja.